I think the government's listening to me.
Okay, that's bad. Okay, that's bad.
At least someone's listening to you. Just start airing all your problems. And it's like, hey, listen,
not to the government.
CIA,
No.
CIA. I'm having a real tough time right now. Just
if you're out there in a van parked across the street labeled flowers, just come on in, dude. I'll give you everything. Honestly. Just a cup of tea. Come on, I'll smoke you out. Come on.
There's an ice cold Waterloo with your name on it.
Yeah.
Just crack a cold one with the boys.
Yeah, come on in, dude. It's fine.
There's an empty chair at the front seat of Mondo's recital.
For CIA agent.
Yeah.
I'm sad child Mondo holding a tuba going, oh, he said he'd be here. And then smash cut to a guy overthrowing the government of Guatemala for cheaper bananas.
A guy cashing a check from Dole. From the Dole company.
Looking through his scope, and somehow he can see me at my recital, and it's like he's there. It's cool. What was I talking? Oh yeah, the government is listening to me,
right.
And I know they're listening to me. So, what just happened is that we were planning to record this podcast, and then I opened up everything as normal, and then I heard this horrific high-pitched screeching noise mixed with the sound of like buzzing or burning of some kind, and I actually have it here. And I'm going to play it into my microphone, but listener be warned, this fucking sucks. And also, it's not going to play for very long, but...
Oh. It's like a tea kettle made out of AI.
Yeah, that was blaring in my room at fucking at a level that wanted to make my head explode. And at first I thought, oh, they're hitting me with the riot noise, the one that either makes you stop rioting or riot more. And I don't remember
exactly.
which.
It's like I thought you were being scanned, like from the movie Scanners. Like your head was about to just pop off your neck.
That's what it fucking felt like. And I went through, oh my God, it's so funny that I have, I live a lifestyle that I would call like the protagonist in a sci-fi movie from the 90s, where so many different contraptions near me at any given moment could be the one to overheat and blow up. Okay. There are so many things next to me. I heard that noise and heard the like burning, heard the high pitched, and immediately I went, oh, I got to throw this nicotine vape out the window because its little Chinese battery is going to explode.
Yeah, because it's a lithium grenade, essentially. Yes. Yeah.
And then when I realized it wasn't coming from the vape, I picked up this vape, and then this vape, and then this vape, and then this box of American Spirit cigarettes that have an air tag in it that I forgot about.
So you always know where they are?
Yeah, they're unopened. Look, you can see I resealed them because I thought it would be, I don't know what I thought this would be for. So just know that we've got this anytime we want to, I don't know, figure out where a scream singing guitar playing guy is going to be like, and you'll be married in 3 years. That.
If we need to find a guitarist hitting on a questionably aged girl
I didn't want to say it.
There's no question, buddy. It's a crime. The question is guilty or not guilty.
Right. And my producer's telling me guilty.
Guilty.
Sir, Romeo laws don't apply when you're 36.
Yes, sir, I'm aware that was the age of the actual actor playing Romeo, and that Juliet was, in fact, a 12-year-old boy. I know Shakespeare was fucked up like that. But it's just the name of the law. It wasn't any of my vapes, and then I thought it was, oh, fuck, it's my monitor, and then I unplugged my monitor, because the next level up is like, oh, I got this monitor. I got this monitor for a good deal. Do you guys know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm an FBI agent. Yeah.
Well, no.
No? Okay, sure.
But
That you know of.
I got this monitor from a pretty good deal, and part of me started thinking like, oh shit, this is not a Dell. This is like a bomb. I'm fucked. Okay. So I unplugged everything from the monitor.
Why did I get that monitor shaped like a bowling ball candle? Why? God damn it.
Dude, it's literally the SpongeBob episode where he buys a pie, but it's pie-shaped bombs.
Oh, that's not a computer monitor. That's a bomb.
So that was the next thing to get unplugged because I was like, oh fuck this. Then it's still kept making the noise, and then I was like, oh shit, it's Andrew's old TV, the one that takes 45 minutes to turn on anytime I press a button. It's finally given up. It said, fine, you want me to turn on? I'll turn on for the last time. And so that I ripped those plugs out, the high-pitched screaming getting worse and worse. That didn't stop it. Then I unplugged the Roku. That doesn't stop it. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm freaking out. And then I look down at this little guy, this little remote control from a Roku device that has, I don't know if you can see it, but a little bit speaker out the back that is blaring that riot noise, high-pitched
Why?
noise.
Yeah.
Why?
Who the hell knows? It sounds like the first second of dial-up.
Yep.
Like it sounds like the first second of dial-up noise that before it like kicks on. Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, that the fork on plate that you used to have to suffer through to get to get 5 pixels of a titty. I think what it is, I was talking with Griff and Andrew before we started recording. Andrew's old TV, which he so kindly gifted the office space, it takes forever to turn on. And I found out that the fastest way to turn it on is to press a button on the Roku device, which then somehow just immediately jump starts the TV, and it gets it started in about 30 seconds instead of taking like 5 minutes or whatever it actually takes. But I've realized that what that button is doing is playing a noise on your Roku remote so that you can find it.
That's the loudest noise known to mankind.
Apparently that noise is the one that activate you, the one that make you kill people.
Right. It's like, oh no, that's the noise that doesn't help me find the remote. It helps me find a gun. That's what that noise does.
So now I'm flopping back and forth between thinking that that was the government, and also that like one of my Geek Bar microphones accidentally fucked with the Roku Remote American microphone, and now 2 governments are committing war on my desk. Or the realistic answer, which is that I just pressed a button and it did a thing I didn't like.
Yeah, it's I googled why the hell is my Roku remote screaming bloody murder. No results.
Oh man, not even Reddit? Damn.
No results. I got a Facebook page of someone trying to buy a replacement Roku remote for their son, but that was about it.
Oh God.
Mondo, do you have a murderous Roku? Do you have the Ring version? Do you have a Ringu instead of a Roku?
Oh God damn it! I got a goddamn Ringu.
You got a Ringu.
Fuck.
Your TV will turn on in 7 days.
Oh fuck. Oh no. Instead of Roku City, it's just a well. It's just a picture of a well.
It's still purple, though.
It's still purple, yeah.
They have fucking Minecraft Jack Black crawling out. Because they still can't resist a brand deal.
Yeah.
I gotta get those brand dollars, baby.
Oh, shit. You guys ready to record a podcast?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's get into it. Welcome, everybody, to the only relationship advice show guaranteed to ruin your relationship. It is Boyfriend Material.
Woo!
And I am your camp counselor boyfriend who just thinks that we should all split up and you and I should go back to the cabin for sex. And I don't think this Ringu thing is even real. I think it's fine. And with us we have
your boyfriend that, gosh, it's going to investigate just a noise. It's fine. It's just a noise. That sounded like a machete scraping against a window. I'm just going to go check it out. You guys stay here. Andrew Roses.
Andrew neck snapped roses.
And I'm your skeptic. It's standing right behind me, isn't it, boyfriend?
That's very good, especially because the moment you said it, I realize you do seem like the most "it's right behind me, isn't me, isn't it, motherfucker" I've ever met.
Yeah.
That's my lot in life.
You're destined to be like, that's a bunch of bullshit. Oh.
Okay.
Stab.
Here's the thing. I feel like I can actually attest to that. Okay, so as we know, a lot of things are happening in the country. We can't get into it right now.
Oh yeah.
One of the things I became resigned to in my depression about all of this is that it is inevitable and I have to do the best that I can. So about I want to say about 6 weeks ago, I changed over a portion of my my very tiny, it's no money, it is 3 digits of a stock portfolio to invest into this it's like an investment fund, and it's like a bunch of companies like pulled together. It's like a private S&P 500. But
is that an index fund?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
So but this one specifically was mostly Tesla stock. I don't know if you know what has happened to Tesla stock in the past 6 weeks, but it's not very good. But I have a feeling that I can weaponize my bad luck for good by investing in only evil things, and the more money I lose, the better society will be.
You're like the Jesus Christ of Wall Street.
Yeah, like I bought Bitcoin as it was about to go over 100K, and now it has not gone over 100K.
Sick, tight.
And I did that to test my theory. I want you to know I did that intentionally to test my theory, because it was really just on an upswing, and I was like, I wonder if I can stop this $20, and then just right down the drain.
Since then, I've been going out and buying every Trump meme coin I can, just really hoping that it works.
I'm hodling Doge just in case. Are you kidding? That is actually the only one time that's ever actually worked out for me was I used to work at Adult Swim, and when the Dogecoin first came out, they did a bit about it, like for a bumper, and like a bunch of us bought like $5 worth of it when it was like 0.0001 cents. So then, imagine my shock and surprise when I log into my Robinhood account like 6 years later, and it was just like $1,000 for no reason. And I was like, what? Oh, the meme bit, the meme coin bit. Surely that'll never happen again. And now we live in the meme coin presidency. So,
Yeah. Everything's a grift.
Everything's a grift.
And everything's coming up grift. Can I tell you my stupid finance come up that I just got?
Please.
Tell us about this windfall.
Yeah.
I owe the IRS money. I owe the IRS a lot of money. I owe the IRS thousands of dollars.
You owe the IRS enough money that they've bugged your Roku.
Yes.
To make sure you're not holding out on them.
In fact, don't talk about this windfall. A guy in like a blue windbreaker that says FBI will come and just take whatever you just got.
I'm not afraid of the FBI. I'm afraid of the IRS. They're the ones who are going to get me. They killed Capone, dude, I think. I don't know. I don't really remember.
Syphilis killed Capone.
Yeah, it did.
Well, who do you think gave him syphilis? That's right. New conspiracy theory. The IRS developed syphilis just kill.
How hard they fucked him.
Just to kill Al Capone. I owe the IRS money, and part of that means that I have to send in information to negotiate the amount of money that I owe them. It's your standard kidnapping blackmail situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I have been going through okay, back up. I don't keep records. I don't keep important information. I don't have a dossier or a file cabinet somewhere with information or any useful system for pulling up things that people have sent me. Instead, what happens is people will send me important letters that I'll go, this is an important letter, and I'll put it in a stack with other important letters. And then once that stack becomes unseemly, I will hide it somewhere in my house so that it is out of the way. And then I'll move it with me when I go to a new house and accrue it into another giant stack of things out of the way. And then eventually I need something like my 2022 W-2s, and I'll go through and have to parse through this giant stack of important paperwork until I find the thing that I was looking for.
Yeah, that's called an index defund. That's what that is. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels bad, and nowhere else is it more clear that I'm not ready to be an adult than my finances, because that is not how an adult is supposed to be. So what I've done is I've started going through the stack of important mail and separating it out into different categories of what it is. And then I bought a file cabinet with files, and I am now organizing it and setting up a system wherein whenever I get the important mail, I just put it where it's supposed to go, and then I know where it is when I'm looking for it.
Do you open it?
Do I open? I'm going to start so that I know what the important mail is. Mm-hmm. But previously, no. So I've had like essentially 6,000 loot boxes from the good folks over at the United States Postal
negative
Service.
Loot boxes.
Oh yeah,
looting boxes.
Looting boxes. Yeah, because most mail is bad news. Actually, really.
Yeah. If it comes from USPS, it's probably not a good thing.
No, they spent so much time as children drilling this romantic version of letters into our head where, like, we mailed a letter home to see how it worked, or we wrote to a pen pal at a different school district, or any of that. It's not like that. The mail sucks.
Yeah.
It is first of all, you got to leave your house, walk outside, go to a box that isn't even your property, and then you got to open it up and take out a bunch of people telling you owe them money, or screaming at you because some other part of your life is wrong, like your car's gonna explode if you don't bring it in right this fucking second.
Yeah, it's never anything good. It's never like, oh, this relative you've never known of died and left you a bunch of money. It's always
never.
Hey, did you go to this urgent care 4 years ago and skip out on the bill? Because we bought that dead.
Yeah, no.
It's funny you mention that because hold on.
Past
I just see
due,
past due. Those are Austin.
Yeah.
That's also Austin.
Come get me, fucker.
Yeah, cross that state line, you son of a bitch. Yes, I have, and it's awful. And the best case scenario you get from the mail is that you find out 2 of your friends are getting married, and great, now you got to book a hotel and a flight, and you have all those past due notices from care now. So, no, it sucks. But cool thing that happened is as I was going through the paperwork, I started opening up letters that I had marked as important but didn't quite know what they were, including one sweet puppy that was called the California Middle Class Tax Relief Fund, a program in which in 2022, Biden sent out $600 to a bunch of middle class folks on a just disposable Visa card that and then just mailed it out, and they sent them everywhere. And I had one, and I've had it since 2022, just $600 lying on a card, and it expires next year. So I used it. So I went out on a date and I used it. I found 4 different checks for $300 from other jobs that I did that I never cashed because I didn't know that they sent me a check by the mail, and I had to message them and be like, can I cash this? And they're like, no, rip it up, we'll Venmo you.
Oh,
yeah,
sick.
that's honestly nice of them. Sometimes they'll just go, no. We sent that 3 years ago. What are you talking about?
So
we're out of business. I don't know.
The tariffs killed us.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're voting for him a 3rd time. So yeah, they this stack of bullshit has actually turned into a very lucrative opportunity. Now, if you use casino logic, I've lost thousands of dollars. I'm down tremendously.
Down.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, this is the free drinks that the casino will give you for playing the game.
Exactly. For like fucking essentially pawning your wedding ring and putting it all on black.
So, everything's going good. Andrew, how are your finances looking?
Oh, I mean, it's so grim. For the exact same reasons. One, I didn't get a middle class tax break from old Joey B. Because at the time I probably lived in Texas, where they instead used those funds to, I don't know, like capture migrants, I guess.
Oh, it's funny that you think they capture them.
Yeah, capture and build the world's most easily passable wall. It's essentially just like a fucking just gray. It's like it looks like an art installation. That's how easy it is to like slip through it. No, and then fuck, man, I went to an urgent care here in Los Angeles that because my ear was blocked up, I couldn't hear. I had like 80%, lost 80% of my hearing in one ear because it was blocked out. And so, which by the way will drive you insane. That is like enough hearing to hear something, but not enough to be like useful. So I was like going mad. So I went to an urgent care. They brought me back to the back office. I saw a doctor, allegedly, and they flushed my ear. They got this little spray bottle with a little attachment on it. They irrigated my ear for maybe 6 seconds. Just gently irrigated my ear. I could do this. They irrigated it for 6 seconds and then went, no, you're going to have to use some like other material. Here's a prescription for a thing I can get over the counter. It was a prescription for a thing I could get over the counter. Yeah. And they sent me on my way. $150 for that.
You paid?
No, they sent it. No, they sent me the bill. Fuck, no chance.
No. TSI is going to reach out to you in about 6 months, so you can just block them.
Yeah, that's fine. Speaking of fucking urgent cares, remember when I got deathly ill at Griff's house?
Yeah.
So they charged me like $300 for all of that, and I also found out $75 of that was fucking Tylenol or ibuprofen or whatever that they gave me.
Just fucked up.
And then they sent me a bill, and I just got this. That was the one that I showed you. That past due notice from Texas.
Yeah.
Look at that, baby. That's how much.
$12 doll hairs.
They made you swipe in the hospital bed. By the way, I watched him do it. What the fuck is the $12.94? Also, $75. You can't even spend $75 at a Walmart to buy Tylenol. Does that make sense? You would still have money left over for the amount of Tylenol you'd have to purchase for $75.
Yeah, and that's all they did. They just gave me liquid fucking ibuprofen and put it into my veins. Also, the funniest moment, please tell me this was real because I remember it, but only now.
Fever of 104, you don't know if you hallucinated it.
When they asked me to swipe my card, they handed it to me on the phone, and I made a joke where I was like, is there gonna ask me if I would like to leave a tip? And they were like, haha, yeah, right? And then she pressed no tip on the payment thing. Did that happen?
It did, and it was a guy.
Yeah.
Oh, even better.
I just, but
he still did the thing where he looked away when you swiped, when you tapped it. It was
okay.
Also, this doctor was insane. Not only, Mondo was dying. Mondo was throwing up in the lobby, holding on to my trash can that he brought with him to the urgent care.
Yeah, it was
sitting on the floor, could not get up, was sweating. Again, throwing up actively into this trash can. It had to be put into a wheelchair. They put him in the hospital bed, and the doctor just keeps coming in, no mask, no gloves, being like, ugh. We're gonna swab you, probably the flu, and he just leaves, and I'm like, you're just raw dogging this air that Mondo's been hacking into for the past 20 minutes. Like, it was insane.
Yeah, no, just no. I guess no fear. No, I don't know. The healthcare people are fucking wild, man.
Dude.
They just will be like, let me use a tongue depressor on you, as and like looking into your mouth inches away from it as you're like, it's like Jesus Christ, dog.
A face shield.
And then they take it out of your mouth and they go, okay, I don't. Clean that off for the next
flu.
One. They're checking you like with a dipstick. Yeah.
Well, all I know is I'm certainly looking forward to in 4 years where Democrats campaign on access to healthcare and absolutely lose like the choke artists they are.
Oh my God. Bold of you to assume we're going to have elections in 4 years. I'm looking forward to getting absolutely jacked in the debtor's prison.
They're doing push-ups and like bench
push-ups.
Yeah, brother, I'll be right there next to you. I will be the strong boy, like from fucking Snowpiercer, dude. They give me 10% of their rations so that I can push the IRS guard against the wall and smash his brains. Take the keys.
They call him the pencil pusher.
Oh fuck! All right, jokes aside, we do need to write that as a movie. Come on.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my god. Also, by the way, we've wasted all of our time talking about fun stuff that I like.
Yeah.
But it's our anniversary.
Yeah.
It is
1 year.
We've been doing it for a year.
whole year. That's amazing.
If we were a relationship in Silver Lake, I would have just now saved your number into my phone. Enjoy that regional Los Angeles relationship.
Regional Los Angeles humor. Yeah, exactly.
Would you guys like some stats? Would you like some year-over-year stats?
Sure.
All right, so let's see. All right, when we put our first episode out, we hit a massive monthly rate of 1,633 downloads in the month of May 2024. Let's see, and it is now the month of May. We don't have that number yet because it's still technically May right now, but I do have April.
Okay.
And in the month of April, we hit a whopping 26,565 downloads. We have a lifetime download of 212.6 thousand, which is pretty good. And apparently, there's been 178,000 of you guys listening. Probably like multiple. Like I don't know if that's like individual. I don't know how they actually calculate that number, but that's a pretty cool number to look at. And over the year, we've only gained 26 followers on Podbean.
Hey, I think that's pretty good for a podcast that doesn't really do any promoting of ourselves.
We do literally none promotion.
The worst amount.
So I think that's not half bad. Not too shabby.
I think it's pretty good for a word of mouth podcast.
Yeah. And I cannot thank all of you people for listening to us, for letting us do this stupid thing, for giving to the Patreon. The total irony, by the way, of me worried that the government is listening to me is that they can pay $5 a month and get so much worse.
Yeah.
And you can too by going to patreon.com/midnightsnacktv. This has been so fun. If you're looking at the episode number and going 49, how the fuck did they do 49 episodes and that counts as a year? It's because when we started, we were doing it every other week, and then people were like,
we were still working technically, weren't we?
I think it was right at the end.
Yeah, so we were winding down and had to handle some stuff.
We did. We had to handle we had to finalize the divorce before we moved in with our 23-year-old girlfriend.
We had to do a lot of stuff. We had to steal the equipment that wasn't nailed to the floor. Mondo had to write a Zaslav disc and then also make sure he was still going to get a severance.
I forgot about that.
There was a lot going on.
Yeah, I had to clean out the backseat of my car for all the copper wire I stripped out of that place, and
we had to do a lot. We had to do an elaborate series of Mission Impossible style dropping down from the ceiling so that we could retrieve things. So we were bi-weekly for a couple.
Shit! I put Gavin in my trunk and I never let him out.
No!
Oh no!
Oh fuck!
He poked holes though, right?
Yeah, he's fine. I poked holes and I put an expensive slow-mo camera in there. I think he'll be okay.
He'll be okay.
Oh my god! Yes. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you to all of you for listening. And now, why don't we help some of y'all's out? This first question, funny enough, came to us a little while ago, but I wanted to hold on to it for our anniversary because I thought that it would be fitting, and now I feel bad because we never answered this person. Anyway,
they could be dead.
I don't think so. I think they're going to be fine.
Okay.
Hello, Mondo, Griffin, Andrew. I am currently being stalked by a serial killer.
Shit. Well,
whoops. No. Hello, Mondo, Griffin, Andrew. Short-time listener, first-time caller. I started dating this guy I met at school, and then in parentheses, college, and I like him. He's sweet and nice, but since he officially asked me to be his girlfriend, he's insisted on celebrating our quote-unquote anniversaries. 1 week anniversary, 1 month anniversary, half a year anniversary. I get that he's excited to be dating, but it feels very ... high school. He doesn't expect anything in return, but it still kind of gives me the ick to have him celebrate these weird milestones. How can I get him to stop without yucking his yum?
Yikes.
Damn. I'm a simp. I'm gonna have to step out of this one. I got no advice for you.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Real simpers to the left.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got no advice other than enjoy him.
Okay, so Griff actually makes a very interesting point, because while someone once said everything you want is just on the other side of Cringe Mountain, this is incredibly sort of cringy behavior. But here's the thing. The alternative is the worst boyfriend you've ever had. Honestly, someone who doesn't appreciate you and doesn't do things for you and doesn't remember shit. I think folks out there might expect us to be like, oh man, dude, you're playing it so uncool. You're doing like some cringy bullshit. But then you have to remember what the dating scene is like out there and be like, yikes, maybe this is not that bad.
Yeah, I have to hard disagree with the caller there. I just feel like here's the thing. Not only on my own behalf, on the behalf of men everywhere who I'm glad I'm not one of, there's this whole like male loneliness epidemic thing I keep hearing about. And obviously they're all to blame. But
yeah, it's a skill issue.
If men find out about this, you're going to give them fodder. Men can't know about what you wrote to us, because if men find out, it's just going to be, these broads just want some fucking rich asshole who treats them like shit, and now we're back there again. Is it a little cringe? Yes. Is it also kind of cute? Yes. I feel like maybe as time goes on, there will be less of it, and you can kind of reach like a less like, I guess, like ick-inducing middle ground. But for the time being, men can't find out about that you feel this way. So we'll be scrapping this question.
No. In fact, I actually have to disagree with you there, because I got to say it's too late. A man has already heard this. Guys, what do we even do now? Women, they don't like when we celebrate them. The standards are too high. How tall am I? What's your waist size, bitch? Type shit. Just kind of that forever. That sounded probably atrocious. It sounded like the Roku remote noise probably, but it was a Sigma Male Grindset song.
Yeah, Sigma Male Grindset song.
Yeah.
You're out here worrying about my net worth. I'm out here worrying about your net weight, but I'm the asshole. And then it's that smash cut out thing, and then like a bunch of Christian Bale. Psycho.
Psycho
right,
edit.
Yeah.
American Psycho edit.
Maybe the funniest misunderstanding in all of cinema is this like the like Sigma alpha male misunderstanding of Christian Bale's character in American Psycho. That character is a fucking loser. That's what like no one understands. Like he is portrayed as such a fucking loser.
I know that America is the worst country in the world for many, many reasons, but most of it is because of our education system, which has led to all of this. Because, like, every time I have to see some man whose, like, IQ is lower than my bank account leave a comment on Instagram, I know that the American education system has failed us, especially because these men are watching men who have thoroughly misunderstood the media that they claim to like. Because, again, Fight Club, a gay man wrote it as a parody of toxic masculinity. The Matrix, which is what all of this fucking bullshit is based on, written by two trans women about being trans. Like, it's the most infuriating thing in the entire world. I honestly, it's going to kill the cognitive dissonance is going to kill me one day.
No, yeah, the lack of media literacy will be the downfall of this empire, without question.
Yeah. Like, people can't consume anymore. Like, people have gotten so used to, like, consuming that they don't consume. Does that make any sense? Like, they don't take it in. It's just, like, everything is just like a Coke Zero now. Like, it's like all of the content, none of the calories. Like, nothing means any, like, yes,
no, there's absolutely no cognitive nutrition to anything.
No.
Nothing. I mean, well, actually, I take that back. There's plenty of cognitive nutrition to most things, but our bodies are incapable of processing it.
Yeah, everyone's on brain Ozempic, so the food goes in, but they just get shit out before you can process it.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't really paying attention. I was seeing how fast I could Amazon ship a Punisher shirt over here.
Sorry, Mondo. Let me hold the Minecraft video up for you while we talk next time. Okay, yeah,
Yay!
does that help?
Yay! Just a fucking nation of people looking at jingling keys. That is all.
Literally.
Just So all this is to say, enjoy this man's doting affection on you.
I hope he's still doing it.
I hope he's still doing
it. Together.
No, I get to go back to our caller for just like a hot second. I understand that this like feels pretty cringy and very sort of ick inducing. I get it. And I think there probably is like just an honest conversation, like most things, and like an honest, just like straight up conversation with like, hey, I know Mondo's doing the jack off motion at 1/50th scale. So
at 51 scale.
Yeah, sorry, 51 scale. Yeah. So
I don't get that joke. I straight up don't understand the map to tell if you're saying I have a big dick or a little dick. I don't get it. It's driving me insane. You're gonna make me do it at 5150 state.
No, yeah, it's no, you want the math? It's to make it seem like you have a small dick.
Okay,
because
right.
of the 50-1 scale. So the it's a bad thing. No,
I did a hula hoop with my arms and made
it looked like he was climbing a coconut tree. That's the jack off motion that he did. 2 hands out in front of him.
Please continue. Please finish your thought.
No,
it's
we're done.
This just talk to this wayward soul who probably hasn't had a girlfriend before.
Yeah, and if you broke up with him, can you just send him this episode
to let him know that it's actually wasn't his fault and that we're mad at you?
Honestly, you should go get him back. Can we pivot this to how to win him back?
Yeah. Well, first of all, it starts with the minute you talk to him, you celebrate your minute-long anniversary. To show him that you've changed.
Yeah.
So, this to me kind of not screams, that's a little dramatic, but this kind of reeks to me of basically, I think he really is sort of looking for a reason to celebrate you and to celebrate your relationship by kind of assigning it these sort of arbitrary anniversary numbers, a week anniversary, a month anniversary, like 6 months. I think what Homeboy probably needs to get through his skull is that you don't have to have a reason to celebrate the person you're with. Like doing nice things for them, doing nice gestures. These are just things you can do for them because you love them and and that and to show that you're thinking about them and you're thoughtful. These you don't need.
You just have to like get on the same page, I guess, with him about what to celebrate. Like we have friends who they celebrate every month. They're like the day that they got together. they go out and they celebrate it with ice cream, which I think is very cute and adorable. Like you could do something like that. Like it doesn't have to be like a him doing, I don't know what he's doing, but it could just be something like basic like that. It's just like, yeah, on like the 3rd Wednesday of the month we go like get a milkshake because that was our first date. We do a milk date. Don't call it that.
Don't call it that.
We go over to the milking table where we get
no. Scratch that.
Yeah.
Scratch that.
And we get a couple of milkshakes and we suck them dry.
Yeah. Well,
Cookies
we
and
take
cream
them back
pies.
real deep. Oh.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Like to keep it. Go ahead.
To keep it fresh, I would say one thing on behalf of our caller is that I do know that in high school, I liked to celebrate the anniversaries, you know, of the dating real quick, because it was like, ha ha ha, so cutesy. But I also used it as a sort of method for legitimizing the relationship and making it seem like, well, we've already had 3 anniversaries and we've been dating a month, so that means it's a serious relationship that we should take seriously
now.
Yeah, well,
Maybe some under the pants stuff, not over the pants.
that's not untrue. No, I'm kidding. That's not the reason. The reason is because I want to be loved, and I want you to think that this relationship is important, so you don't leave me, because then I won't be loved anymore.
Can I say something that you can absolutely cut out of this?
Oh yeah,
episode
yeah,
if it's too much?
absolutely.
I feel like Armando, for most of your life, you've wanted to be loved, and people like only want to fuck you. Because like we had the thing with like the MILF, and then there was the thing with the married lady who had the husband that she said was her roommate or whatever.
Yeah.
And was like faking the open relationship, and then you said that happened to you twice.
Yeah.
And I feel like everyone's just like, man, I gotta get this guy in me. And you're like, what about me getting in your heart? What about that?
And they're like, man, I gotta get this guy in me and then out of here.
No.
Get gone. Go home, loser.
No. Mondo's too fuckable.
They're slamming the door on my face when I'm holding a cake that says happy 2-nut anniversary, baby.
Which is weird because you ordered it between I didn't DoorDash when you went to go get water.
I was really optimistic and ordered it between.
This was a refractory order, baby. Come on.
Mondo had to scratch out 2 and rewrite 3 on it and whipped cream. Because the cake was not the only thing premature.
Cut that out. Cut that one out. Stop laughing at me. Come on. You think this is fucking funny? No, I'm kidding. I really wish I could commit to the bit.
So, I think you're absolutely right, Mondo, is that I think the psychology of this is that this person kind of desperately wants to legitimize the relationship in a way that makes it feel more substantial and less leavable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, here's our 6 month, here's our 1 week anniversary. It's like, it like imbues this quote relationship with more gravitas, with more weight, and so it feels it's doing a really good it's just trying to like do an impression of something more important, not that it's not important, but more important than it is.
Oh yeah. And that's what I think all signs point to. This guy really likes you, and if you like him, honestly, there's no issue here. I understand, as Andrew has said, the need to have the conversation to be like, hey, this is like, why don't we pare it down a little bit to do something a little less cringe, but still very lovely and nice and sweet? The problem is that if TikTok is to be believed, you're going to have to be so fucking careful, because if you tell a guy that he's acting goofy, he'll never do it again. He'll
never do it again.
What TikTok has told me, because people have called me goofy and I just break up with them to go be goofy somewhere else.
But the interesting thing too about the way this caller worded things, and you can tell it's kind of in the language that this person likes this BF in question, because they're worried about yucking his yum, not about getting the ick themselves. I think they feel like they're more concerned about saying something that will shut this guy down and cause him to abandon this side of his personality forever and take a hard right turn into the manosphere. Now,
oh god,
into misunderstanding not Pulp Fiction. Yeah, that too. Fuck it.
Yeah, that too.
That's very fair. You've tapped into something very good here, Andrew. Non-derogatory, non-bit. Is that is that I feel like the way that it's worded of like it kind of gives you the ick. You don't want to yuck his yum, and you clearly really like this person. Does it give you the ick, or do you think that it should? Do you know what I mean?
Ooh, that's a very astute observation, Armando.
Because Andrew said it best at the beginning. All happiness is right over Cringe Mountain, and as goofy as that is, I think that that's very true. The path to happiness is accepting that you're kind of cringe and just going with it. Is this something that you think should be weird? Or is it something you actually think is weird? Because if this is something that you're just a little bit too embarrassed to go in on, then there's no issue at all. If it is something that you're like, this is a little bit weird, then have a conversation where you pare it back a little bit and then let him go fucking all out on the real anniversaries. Jesus Christ. Tell him
to hold it then. Tell him to just do it all at once. Like, he can do it and then like not tell you. And then on like what you deem to be a proper anniversary, like, I don't know, a year, he can give you all of his like little bits at once.
Oh, so sweet. So be careful with this one, because honestly, you got yourself a little sweetheart.
He's like a little cutie patootie.
Please send us in a message to let us know if you're still dating and if you're still listening to the show. Holy shit. Because that would be very nice. All right. Are y'all ready for the second question of this week?
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Now, here's where things get a little bit fun. Every once in a while, on a clear night, I get flashbacks as I lie in bed of a show that I don't remember ever making, a set that was supposed to be inspired by an aesthetic that we liked, but through executive notes turned into a set that looked like a 70s basement. A show taken over from old fucks and turned into a thing that we really like that people had mixed reviews on. And mixed is
Segmentopia
being kind of nice, if I'm being serious. This is a question that we got when we used to do another show called RTP, and we did a segment on there called RT Cares.
Oh yes,
this is one that
I vaguely remember that.
This is one that we never got to do, but I thought would be good to visit on our new show, Boyfriend Material, for our anniversary. So here it is. My best friend is getting catfished. I know it. Our homie knows it, but he won't listen to us. He got followed. Okay, so there's three homies here. There's the homie getting catfished, the homie who wrote in to tell us that he's being catfished, and a third homie who has corroborated the catfishing. Just to catch you up.
Homie,
okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
The homie who's getting catfished got followed by this girl on IG, and she slid into his DMs. Things got flirty, and now they talk all the time. A few weeks ago, he called her his girlfriend. The thing is, whoever this person is, she's clearly using someone else's pics. I haven't been able to find any matches using reverse image search. Good, honestly, good instinct. That would have been my move too.
Yep.
But the quality is always low, and they've never FaceTimed because, quote, her internet sucks.
Boo, wrong.
I have talked with her on the phone once, so it's clearly a real woman, but I really don't think it's the girl from the pics. She hasn't asked for money or info or anything, but the whole thing seems creepy. Honestly, in a world where we all know what catfishing is, I'm not sure how he's falling for this. How can I convince my friend he's being tricked?
Ooh. Yeah, here's the thing. Catfishing doesn't necessarily have to have a monetary scam attached to it.
Yeah.
Some people are just lonely and want to live in sort of this fake relationship. And so your buddy could be getting catfished by someone who, is just doesn't look like that and is just lonely and wants to simulate this relationship. So that's step one. Is you are probably correct. This person probably is getting catfished and it has nothing to do with sort of monetary things. If it goes, it could turn that way. Oh my gosh, once the emotional investment is established, smash cut to, oh my gosh, I was in a car accident and I'm at the emergency room and I don't have insurance. Can you send me $500 or whatever?
They need to flush out my ear. Can you send me $10,000?
Exactly.
Andrew, I pick up exactly what you're putting down, buddy. Let me take the ball from you and run it in with your intention. obviously this is just like the last question where you've got somebody who clearly wants to be with your friend. So why would you stop this? This is a beautiful relationship. You should just let happen. And stop calling my phone. You're not gonna get me.
So yeah, the haven't FaceTime because my internet sucks is one of the biggest red flags I've ever heard in my life.
Because first of all, not only is this a catfish, this is a person who is bad at catfishing. We live in an era where you can generate human beings from nothing using AI that's going to kill us all one day. And they can't even make a fake little avatar guy to do a FaceTime. Come on. Like, do they really love your friend and or his bank account? Do they not believe in this relationship / scam enough to learn how to use the evil horrors of AI to decimate your friend emotionally?
Real scammers only. Tell this person to step off, that they're not putting their fucking whole ass into it. They're really just like, so to speak, phoning this in. So yeah, I really think they should be going above and beyond to really catfish, to be a catfisher's catfisher.
I love the idea of a catfisher's catfisher. It's like the Andy Kaufman of catfishing, the guy who is doing it just for the love of the game, just to be different, just to throw something at the wall and see what stuck. What could freak out that little that little twink on MTV. I think that you need to create a secondary catfish, a fake account, and you need to utilize all of the AI tools that are killing our planet that are apparently at your disposal to do a better job of this. Because if your friend is falling for this with, and I mean no disrespect, the least believable scam I've ever heard in my entire life, then you are going to run circles around this motherfucker. So what you're going to do is create an account of this fake person's boyfriend, and you are going to message your friend and basically lay out all of this fake evidence that you have the catfishing girlfriend, who, by the way, does not exist, is faking being single to be with your friend, and because your friend is a stupid dumb moron, sorry, no offense, he's going to fall for it, like the stupid dumb moron, no offense, that he is.
Yeah, and this stupid dumb moron,
no offense,
is going to, I think, naturally sort of like back off and cower into the coward's hole where he belongs. No offense. And no.
Respectfully.
Yeah. And probably jerk his tiny little penis. No offense.
Respectfully.
1/50th scale. No offense.
No offense. It is so interesting. So this thing belies sort of, I think, of a deeper psychology with human beings, which Mondo, as a cult podcaster, yourself, it is so interesting because I think we all consider ourselves very reasonable people. I think that we would all think that we would not be taken in by some flim-flam, some scam, some bit of hokum. However, what is really a painful thing to realize is that if someone catches you at the right time, in the right state of vulnerability, you too can fall victim to this stuff.
Yeah.
So this is like and that's the same with like people who get suckered in by cults, by catfishing scams, is that they prey on a very particular vulnerability that people have. And that vulnerability is vulnerability. Like and their and their loneliness and their fear of loneliness. And I think the best way to combat this scenario with your friend who is obviously getting catfished because he's a dumb, stupid idiot, no offense, is that you need to run the best defense is a good offense. You need to be so there for your boy that he no longer needs the security blanket of this obviously fake relationship that took advantage of a dumb, stupid idiot, no offense, is that he needs to feel the love from surrounding him in real life so that he can jettison this.
Andrew, you've hit on something right there. I think that we've finally found our conclusion. You gotta fuck your friends.
Oh
yes,
you gotta kiss the homie goodnight, and also his pee-pee. I don't know what else could possibly be done to solve this, because like And again, it's not going to take much if he's getting, gotten worked over by a person who is definitely not a real person, because he's a big dumb stupid idiot. No offense, but it's just truly in this economy that we live in, internet connection is not an excuse anymore. I don't. Is your friend a 65-year-old widower living up in a hill? No offense.
Yeah.
That one felt a little like you didn't need the no offense, and that made it offensive.
And I mean, Griff, you're absolutely right. You have to fuck your friend, because one thing we know this buddy is not doing is laying pipe. He is not getting one of those second nut anniversary cakes at all.
No offense.
No offense.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Right. He's not getting that cake at all. He's just getting the noisemaker that he has to blow himself. Now, I think again he's got to press his own Roku remote.
Yeah.
Now I think you're absolutely, if you don't want to take one for the team, I think another again this is the best defense is a good offense is you have to get homeboy mega laid. He needs to actually feel the touch of a woman or a man. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Just feel the intimate touch of someone
or something.
Yeah. A pool noodle. Who cares? It doesn't matter. He needs to feel the crackling, buzzing hum of a Roku remote up the culo.
Yeah.
And when he does, I don't know. I just think that like being shown a real thing will make it very much a lot easier to not just like the scales will fall from his eyes, in my opinion, and that he will see the light and realize I don't need this. And it probably won't be this thing like, oh man, I got totally scammed. People never admit they got scammed. It's very hard to admit you were wrong and that you were a sucker. That will never happen. What they will probably do is just let this thing go, which they need to anyway.
And you also have to let it go, and you can't tell him that he's a big dumb idiot for falling for it. No offense.
Yeah.
Because you gotta get like the blinders off of him and just let him go like buck wild, like in real life. Like you gotta figure out a way to, I don't know, maybe even like if he can just get like a real person on the other line who is not, again, faking every single aspect about their life in order to trick your friend for whatever nefarious reasons that they feel the need to, then like it'll be fine. I just like there's a whole 10-season, 12-season long show about this. How is it still happening?
Oh, Catfish. Yeah, duh.
What did you think?
I don't know. I thought
getting your friend late.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna be like, "Welcome to Love Island." No offense edition. This is no offense. Noah is a guy who just can't seem to get laid. So we brought together 12 of the horniest chavs that we could find trolling the London streets and brought them to this Love Island.
This is too real. I don't like it anymore. They're gonna make that 8 seasons since 2012. This show, and that's just of like Catfish, the TV show. I think they have a spinoff too. Like they went on a hiatus for a while. There's 242 episodes of idiots getting catfish. No offense. Like there's a Catfish UK. There's Catfish Trolls. There's a spinoff called Help, I'm in a Secret Relationship. Catfish Brazil. Those guys look unsettling. Catfish Colombia. Caught in the Act. Catfish Mexico. Ghosted. Love Gone Missing. Show any of these to your friend. I put them in the room. Turn it on. Don't tell them what's happening.
Go stay at a hotel. It's the only thing playing.
Yeah.
I don't know why the rest of those were really funny. Like Catfish Brazil, Catfish Colombia, whatever. Those are just catfishes. But Catfish Mexico somehow, in my mind, was like, it's Diego Luna, and he plays a kingpin who's about to catfish all of America into believing that the cocaine is real.
Yeah, for some reason it has the same fucking opening credits as Narcos.
Dun, 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 dun.
I will say the hosts of this are kind of super hot.
Oh,
are they real?
Of Catfish Mexico?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Message them on Instagram. See if they.
Oh, it says that they need help and money from their number one fan. Hold on, let me.
Oh my god, dude, these guys
Hold
are
on.
way hotter than the people they have hosting Catfish America. What the fuck? Hold on, Andrew.
Hold on.
I'm sending you a link.
Yeah. Is it in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're way harder than
God
those two people out
damn!
in America.
Yeah, and now here's another one that I'm putting in there. That's the hosts of the America one, in case you want a refresher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
I
case you need to see a side by side.
I do need to see a side by side. Let's go ahead and.
I was born in a year with a 9 in front of it, so I have their faces burned into my memory.
Jesus Christ!
It's so funny that they do kind of look like those guys.
But hotter.
Way hotter, dude.
But way hotter.
I feel like Nev and the other guy are fucking catfishing Mexico.
as them.
Well, this brings up. Well, actually, you bring up a very. This actually opens up a whole new door that we have yet to talk about, and it's something that I think is just universally true. Is that TV presenters in other countries are devastatingly hot?
Oh yeah.
Like
Yes.
like
Yeah.
more than America.
Yeah.
Weirdly, because like the American.
Well, they got real teeth still.
That's true.
That's
which
part of it.
which goes a long way. But also I just think that like the American aesthetic for what like is like broadcast TV, like what is quote unquote attractive is just
They all look like my sleep paralysis demons. Every single one of them. They've got like a, you know what every American TV host looks like, and I know that's the point. They all look like the broadcasters in the Hunger Games, just dead behind the eyes with like plastic smiles.
yeah,
Yeah.
just veneer
Like,
city, just big ass
yeah.
horse teeth.
Just not even reading off of the teleprompter, just having someone literally like puppeting them. Like it's crazy.
God. And then you can go anywhere that speaks Spanish and turn on the news and just be like, oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. Ay, Dios mío.
Yeah, American newscasters wouldn't even be allowed to be janitors in other countries.
Yeah, because that's the best part is that they're all like the hottest people you've ever seen and they're still good at their jobs.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Do you think Jesse Waters would fly in any other country other than America? Absolutely
No.
not.
No chance.
No.
No chance.
Jesse, my mom didn't invite me to Thanksgiving this year, Waters.
So yeah, you just gotta either get your friend laid, because once he has the real thing, he won't need no Diet Coke no more. And or just catfish him back, because again, your friend's a dumb, stupid fucking idiot, no offense, and he'll fall for anything. Or honestly, fucking I bet you could hack into the account that is catfishing him pretty easily.
Oh yeah. Or just like block the number on his
Oh
phone.
my God, yeah,
He's
he'll
not gonna
never know how to figure that out.
If you block the number and delete it, he's not gonna know.
Yeah, he's a dumb, stupid idiot. No offense.
Yeah.
No offense.
Yeah, but
Don't play him this episode. We want him to like us.
Block this episode on his phone.
Mark it as played.
Mark as played. So diabolical.
He'll fall for it, the dumb, stupid idiot. No offense.
Yeah, what
No
a
offense.
fucking rude.
All right, folks.
Farm fresh idiot. All right.
Thank you so much for listening to our wonderful show. If you would like to send in your own question that definitely won't result in you getting made fun of, you smart, loving, good guy.
Yeah, not you guys. We
No,
love
not
guys.
you.
Oh, yeah,
not
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Not you.
No. You guys are great.
Then you can send a question to us at midnightsnackcontact@gmail.com. You can also DM us on Instagram at midnightsnack.tv. You can also send a DM to any of the three of us, and I guarantee that we'll see it. And hey, if you want to follow me on social media, I'm very easy to find. I'm at Mondo Does Stuff, MANDO Does Stuff, all one word. You can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, any of those fun stuff. I got stuff going on. Go over there, check it out. You won't regret it.
If you're his friend Bradley, you can unfollow him on all of those platforms
Yeah,
too.
you can change your name to Brad. Like, I'm not gonna find you still. You dumb, stupid idiot. No offense.
You ever find out why he shit his pants. This is a premonition.
I don't know. I never bothered to ask.
Yeah, those are things on your mind, like the Patriot Act.
Yeah, like knowing, oh man, this country's changed forever. We're never gonna get that back. This is the moment I'll look back on my entire life. And then I found out 9/11 happened.
Folks.
Andrew, where can people find you?
If you'd like to find me, I'm very easy to find as well on Instagram.com. I say the whole website. On Instagram, you can find me at andrewroses.ig. I always like saying the whole website. It's so funny.
I know, but I can't tell if it's a bit or not. I can't tell if you're becoming an old person in front of my eyes.
Becoming.
Once he says, I saw this post on X.com, the everything app, that's when we'll know.
Yeah, that's when you know. I'm definitely going to trust them to do my banking whenever that fucking feature rolls out.
God.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at andrewroses.ig, and you can also follow my art account with all my paintings and little creative things at andrewroses.art on Instagram as well. Yeah, that's what I got going on. Griff, what about you?
I am the _ indoor kid on all platforms that allow an underscore, and if it doesn't, just take it out, and that's probably me. I don't have anything to plug. I'm just glad that you guys have been listening to us for a year.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to plug, but I do have some fun comments from Spotify that I could read to you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go for it.
First of all, I would like to say that I love that around 40 of you guys left your mama phone so big jokes on episode 46 in the comments.
Yeah.
We have 40 comments, most of which are just bangers.
Don't read me any yet, because I wanna get an episode where we bring professional roast battler Paige Wesley on to rate people's yo mama jokes.
Oh, absolutely. And then I have a little bit of vindication for the two of you from the Alabama Fog episode from Pargat Singh.
Yeah.
Not sure why the black salt debacle surprised them. It always smells like farts. The term for it in my house was literally Punjabi for a salt of farts. My parents used to eat it with fruit, and I thought I had escaped it as an adult, but my wife does the same thing. Fucking hate that stuff.
Yeah. It's weapons grade, y'all.
Yeah.
It's do not throw it out. It is disgusting.
Now, I would like to take a moment to refer to a very special person in my life, my wonderful, adoring, just absolutely beautiful partner, who might be listening to this episode, specifically this part where we talk about how we thought the black salt smelled like fart, and they tried to push back on it a little bit. Get dunked on, you stupid dumb idiot! Oh, ooh, dude, no offense, but dumb. I fucking told you. I hope that didn't clip on the recording.
Finally, I'd like to say to Sailor Scout V, I started listening 2 weeks ago, and now I'm all caught up. My life feels empty now. Don't worry. Hopefully, we have a year ahead of you full of brand new content for you to listen to.
Yeah,
that's right. Truly, from the bottom of our hearts, no bit. It is really amazing that we've been able to do this for a year. Yeah. And I really appreciate
Mondo's climbing a coconut tree again.
Yeah, Mondo's once again climbing a coconut tree because he hates sincerity. And no, but seriously though, thank you so much to everyone who listens, and especially to those who donate to the Patreon. It really, really means a lot. And I fucking love this show. It's one of my favorite things I do. So yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. All right. This is the best thing I got going on for me, whatever, but I guess that's my fucking life. Thank you so much for joining us this week, and we will see you next week.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mwah, 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 mwah.